Hello and welcome to Season 6, Part 1 of my super awkward fun review of The X-Files. I hope you have enjoyed this journey. It's been quite one for me. I have never uploaded as much content as I have lately, so I hope everyone is enjoying it. We're going to get straight to it. Let's start with Episode 1, aptly titled The Beginning. Written by Chris Carter, directed by Kim Manners. He hasn't seen Men in Black. I love that reference. The X-Files reassignment has been denied, and Mulder's not happy. But Skinner's feeling helpful. He gives him some much-needed evidence. She ain't shit. Time to break the rules and investigate a case. They did it again. Scully's reluctant to change, even with all the knowledge she has. Mulder's understandably irritated. He says her science is wrong. Dana and Fox get the kid back. Remember, he's the key. I love this shot, but not the company. I hate my life. You can kill a man, but you can't kill what he stands for unless you break his spirit. It's a beautiful thing to see. Another quotable from this guy. Scully asks Mulder to trust her, and we're back together. Oh, and we're all aliens. Pretty good season premiere. They had a lot of ground to cover after the movie, and they did a good job melding everything together, except for the agents not acknowledging the almost kiss, but that'll come later. Episode 2, Drive. Vince Gilligan wrote it. Rob Bowman's the director. One step closer to Triangle. Here we go. This had to be weird for Fox viewers back in the day. No fucking way. Is that desperate man turning to a life of crime played by... Yep, it is. I know him anywhere. His wife died. Scully investigates. It gets weird. Walter White prototype? I hear that it is. Meanwhile, Scully gets a blood sample from dog and shit gets weird again. That's not good. Get a new car then. Alright, that works. This episode was similar to Speed, but with an X-Files twist. Bryan Cranston put in a top-notch performance as Mr. Crump, which will eventually get him the role of Walter White, which he is most known for, Heisenberg, Breaking Bad, and matched David Duchovny's energy well. There were some fun moments throughout. Bravo again, Vince. Here we go, it's my show. Episode 3, Triangle, written by Chris Carter, directed by Chris Carter. Thank you, Chris Carter. This is one of my favorite episodes of the show when I was a kid, so it'll be interesting to see how it holds up decades later. English translation, the truth is out there. Nice. Mulder's been saved from the sea. He's on a World War II era boat in the Devil's Triangle, because time travel. That's one way to blend in. Hey, Scully's here, sort of. Of course, he's a National Socialist. I don't want to get demonetized. Oh wait, I don't have money. Never mind. He's a Nazi. Makes total sense. Back in 1998, Scully and we get the story from the lone gunman on how Mulder got lost in the triangle. It's hard to do your job with CSM staring at you. I get it, Scully. Mulder meets with the bad guys, played by Spender and CSM. They want information. Not Scully intervenes, and they get closer. Cue the clip. Mulder comes home. You believed me. In your dreams, she replies. Then we get the first, I love you.
I love
you. Chris Carter wrote this. Just wanted to remind you that. The camera work in this episode is top tier. There are long takes with us following different characters. It's expertly done and it flows so well from scene to scene. That is one of the best things about this unique episode. And we move on to episode 4, Dreamland, written by Vince Gilligan, John Scheiben, and Frank Spotnitz, directed by Kim Manners. We're getting a little levity in this one. You can tell how in love with Scully he is. She feels the same, of course. Michael McKean's here. and there's no such thing as flying saucers. We got a body switch.
What are you doing? It's for you.
Thanks.
Fun. Mulder's happy about it. Scully knows that ain't Mulder. Come on. She talks to real Mulder and that confirms it. It sucks being part of the cover-up. She thinks Mulder's crazy now. Silly Scully, it's not him. Who is Scully? The love of his life. He says he'll prove the body switch. We're left hanging until the next episode where surely Scully will wake the fuck up and see who Mulder is. Episode 5, Dreamland 2, written by Vince Gilligan, John Scheiben, and Frank Spotnitz, directed by Michael Watkins. He's talking all kinds of shit about Fox Mulder in the intro. She wants him, not you. Meanwhile, he's stuck with another body switcher. Back to work. He did a good cover-up job. She goes on a date with Morris as Mulder. She finally gets it. Took you long enough, Dana. Cute sign. Yes, it's really Mulder, and they meet again. The lone gunman will help them switch back. He wants to believe. They are everything. They finally switch back, and all is back to normal. Kinda. A really good episode, had me laughing throughout the two-parter, even though I'm not sure it needed to be a two-parter. Keep it up, season 6. And we do, in episode 6, How the Ghost Stole Christmas. A favorite of mine as well. Written by Chris Carter, directed by Chris Carter. Why does he get them the best? I feel Scully about Christmas music so annoying. Most romantic ghost hunting adventure ever. In the most morbid way. Surprise, motherfucker! Stop reading him so well, Mr. Ghost. He is lonely, but only because he chooses to be. If he opens up to Dana, everything will be fine. Speaking of her, she looks like she's seen a ghost too. She reads her just as well as the other one read Fox. It's couples therapy with ghosts. Title. Chris Carter is killing me. We're not lovers, but you're both so attractive and there will be a lot of time to work that out. He's telling us what will happen there. The ghosts try to get the partners to spend eternity together via a lover's pact. And it happens.
Well, none of that really happened out there tonight. That was all in our heads, right?
It must have been.
Not that my only joy in life is proving you wrong.
When have you proved me wrong?
Well, why else would you want me out there with you?
You didn't want to be there? Oh, that's self-righteous and narcissistic of me to say, isn't it?
No, I mean, maybe I did want to be out there with you.
I know we said that we weren't going to exchange gifts, but I got you a little something.
Mulder.
Merry Christmas.
Well, I got you a little something, too.
Couples therapy indeed. This was yet another episode where Carter tests the waters with a possible change in Mulder and Scully's relationship. At this point, he's the biggest shipper there is. Moving on to episode 7, Terms of Endearment, written by David Amon, directed by Rob Bowman. The devil's in the details. Spender's on the case, so it'll definitely be solved. Because Mulder's got it now. Meanwhile, Scully's also doing stuff. Boring stuff, so Mulder wants her to join him on the demon case. This man is diabolical. He's on to him. They're close talking about a case again. I missed this. They're a match made in hell. Another fun episode, not as funny as the previous ones, but Mulder was in fine form. Episode 8, The Rain King, written by Jeffrey Bell, directed by Kim Manners. Weather control? I've never heard of that before. The king is here, and so is the rain. But he's not controlling the weather. It's the weatherman, Holman Hart. Plot twist. Mulder figures it out, of course. He gives him dating advice, and we get this awesome moment. Oh no, the weather is fucked now. Love shot Scully too.
Not even a kiss? Trust me, the man knows how to kiss. I just never thought of Holman that way, you know? He's my closest friend. And to not even suspect.
Well, it seems to me that the best relationships, the ones that last, are frequently the ones that are rooted in friendship. You know, one day you look at the person and you see something more than you did the night before. Like a switch has been flicked somewhere. And the person who was just a friend is suddenly the only person you can ever imagine yourself with.
This ep was funnier than the last one. We got some cute moments that point to Mulder and Scully's eventual change in relationship status. SR 819, Episode 9. Written by John Scheiben, directed by Daniel Sackheim. What the fuck? Let me guess, this is the future. There it is. He boxes now? Lots of ear jokes, because this happened in the 90s. Anyway, now he's with our fave agents. Good to see them together again. Zoom in. There's some carbon multiplying in Skinner's blood. Totes normal. Meanwhile, the title is here. State Resolution 819 is a health bill that will fund the WHO. I'm not saying that the WHO is just another shady 3-letter government agency, but that's exactly what I'm saying. Well, it's a look. That's more like it. This was a more serious episode that delved into Walter Skinner's character, and we got some progress from him when he said, "Your request should have been mine." It was cool to see him go to our fave agent's side and see how much of an obstruction he was. Episode 10, Tithe, written by Vince Gilligan again, directed by Michael Watkins. Another VG joint, and I saw that. Ermintrout, huh? I'll say it again, no Breaking Bad without the X-Files. Thank you, Vince. This dude takes weird pictures. The second lead of Two Guys, a Girl, and a Pizza Place is here. Hey, Richard Ruccolo. And he's working with Scully, which annoys Mulder, who wants in on an X-File. I'm sure the real reason isn't that he misses her. See? He even wants to help her. They can't not have each other's backs. He has an obsession with death. He tries to meet it, but it fails every time. So he tries to capture it on camera. Turns out he's immortal and a murderer. Thanks, Mulder. Interesting episode with some very beautiful cinematography. I love the lighting throughout. And then we get this wonderful moment. They're so sweet. Episode 11, Two Fathers, written by Chris Carter and Frank Spotnitz, directed by Kim Manners. They're back. So is she. CSM gives us great exposition. His son investigates his mother's case. She's the sole survivor. She wants Mulder. She gets him. Side note, I have to say it. My least favorite part of this season is Mulder's haircut. Alright, I said it. Let's move on. Cassandra's the key to everything now. CSM is sad about her survival. Fucks up their plans. We get some exposition again from Cassandra. The aliens are bad. She knows her son is with the men behind it. CSM continues his story and says he wanted to kill Cassandra, but he couldn't. He obviously has some feeling for the mother of his child. Krychek was invited to the meeting. He tries to take charge, but CSM gets irritated. A rare human moment. This was a pretty big episode, getting back to the alien-human hybrid storyline. High stakes throughout with interesting developments. We got some backstory on CSM, including his alias, CGB Spender, his son, Agent Spender's loss of innocence, this betrayal, and we end on a cliffhanger with Cassandra. Will she survive, or will Mulder shoot her as instructed? We'll find out in the next part of my Super Awkward Fun review of Season 6. Join me for Part 2 coming soon. Thank you. Bye.